have to confirm if it's still good for...
Alright, so as you can see, the new Smith & Wesson revolver ain't doing so well, which is actually a shame. Like, I mentioned I'd make this a first impressions video after I had done some shooting. And regardless of, well, how this particular gun performed, like, when it was actually shooting, I will say this was a very, very pleasant revolver to shoot. Pretty much no recoil, very accurate. Actually, I didn't have that much trouble with the double action triggers. I thought, if anything, really no issue at all, because while the single action is nice, I would prefer to use the double action when if I were to bring this to a match, which is not happening now, but I would prefer to use double action, and I actually had no issue with using that. Though I will point out, this gun started off doing pretty okay. I think it was... the first cylinder ran fine, and then after that, I got one of the rounds not firing, and then it kind of just continued and continued. It seemed like max about at least 3 wouldn't fire. So on this target, I'll point out, like, after a while, I started really kind of troubleshooting it. Those ones that didn't fire, I wasn't really aiming too much at the target, more so in the vicinity of it, trying to get this thing to fire. So yeah, these two groups right here were where I was more focused on accurate shooting, but a lot of these stragglers started stemming around from, just, trying to quickly get the gun to shoot. Which, in the end, my efforts were ultimately futile. This thing needs new parts, and it looks like a pretty easy fix, it doesn't look too difficult, but I really don't feel like messing with it. So, this shit's getting refunded. Which, again, is a shame, because I really did enjoy shooting this. I don't know if I mentioned, but the last time I shot a .38, or really the only time, was with a snub-nose revolver. Well, those weren't too bad on the recoil. This thing really felt like nothing, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to be refunding this. Still, I will say in general, minus this particular example, if this thing would work, these are very great guns from my initial impressions, and quite a shame that I don't get to run this for the match now, because, like I said, I was really enjoying the shooting, so would definitely highly recommend a Smith & Wesson pre-Model 10, but one that works, of course. So anyways, yeah, that's about it. We're selling this thing. To be quite honest, I don't know if I'm going to buy that really shitty Taurus that I saw, because, well, I don't really like it because it's not a 6-inch barrel. So yeah, we'll see if I buy a new revolver. One way or another, this thing's getting returned. I guess the cool thing is, though, the holster I got with this was actually a little oversized, and it fits my Ruger Super Blackhawk pretty nice. So anyways, yeah, that's the Smith & Wesson pre-Model 10 update. Actually, before I forget, though, this was like what the cartridges, and then I actually started running the casings through when I got home to kind of just try to replicate some stuff, and yeah, you can see where the firing pin is definitely not getting close to striking the primer, except for on cases, of course. Well, on these cases, I just kept running them through until they would fire, but yeah, you can see it's the cylinder's kind of slow. That's the issue, but the other issue with that is parts don't want to really exist for this thing anymore. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of neat. That one's actually kind of scary, but yeah. Anyways, we're selling this revolver. Hope you all enjoyed the video, as I somewhat enjoyed making it, or at least shooting this thing while it would fire. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.